I don't know what everyone else is. I don't know the setup. I don't know the track particularly well. Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Alternative Formula One. It is the alternative Emilia Romagna Grand Prix, and this time we are at the Misano World Circuit. I've already locked up. There's a lot of lagging as well, because the mod that I'm using from SimDream Developments, Assetto Corsa or whatever, the F1 cars. Look, I've got proper intermediate tyres. They've actually added proper intermediate tyres. Yeah, so it's gonna lag a little bit while drivers and the AI figure out what tyre to be on, because they're actually being smart enough now to use different tyres. But I'm seeing Lando Norris there on the hard tyre, which makes me think maybe being on intermediates was the wrong idea. I did set it to light rain as it was in the Grand Prix. But also, I do not know this circuit at all. Got a lot of rear brake bias, which I also don't want. So yeah, this is Misano World Circuit. It's a racetrack in Italy, very close to Imola. There's the pit lane. Let Checker go through. Yeah, he's on mediums, so Inters was the wrong choice. Inters was the very wrong choice. I'm going to go back to the pits and change all this. Back in a sec. That's better, and I moved the brake bars forward as well, which was helping with that rear locking. There we go. Another extra thing that I have added for you guys, we've got this here, which was basically showing you my inputs, because you can't see what I'm doing with my feet, you can only see what I'm doing with the hands. So that is showing you, you've got accelerator, brake, clutch, and force feedback as well. So when the thing, that white one is completely red, I've got maximum force feedback, so that's saying how much it's throwing at me. So a few extra things just to make it a lot nicer. And yeah, I need to learn Misano. I do not know this track at all. It says I've done a lap, but that probably would have been for preliminary testing like last year. But I don't know it, so I gotta go practice. Right. Let's see if I can give you a quick lap. I have gone onto the soft tyre just because I was trailing so much. Felt like I just needed something. So, quite a sharp first corner. It goes even tighter to the left. You can accelerate through. This one's very, very wide. Then down quite a few gears. You got very long double right-hander into a left-hander that's about the same tightness. Then you can go full throttle, open the DRS if need be. Then we come up to a hairpin, slightly banked. And I did a slight rear lock-up as well. Come down here, brake in a straight line. Looks like I missed the corner, but you don't. Now you need a good exit out of there. I've got the McLaren of Ricciardo, I think, behind me. This is the fastest bit on the track. Go there, you go there. Brake a few gears for that one, because then there is a hairpin, so it sort of progressively slows you down, which is good. We got a right-hander and then a left-hander, and then another 90-degree left-hander. Back to the start. I was 1.8 seconds. That's good for 19th. Oh my god. I mean, there might be something in setup, but I doubt it. I think it's all down to me and my unfamiliarity with the track. Just need to get past the alpha. There we go. I just need to keep practicing, which isn't good because I've only got 3 minutes to go. I might be practicing all through qualifying. Okay, here we go. I'm following Stroll. I'm going to try and get a flying lap. Stroll not looking in his mirrors and just slowing down in front of people. Wonderful. I'll have to go around again. Okay, take 2 with Stroll behind me. He's probably going to try for a lunch somewhere, but let's do our best. That was a bit of a bad line through there, but we'll persevere. Down to 2nd for this one. Up to 3rd, try not to spin. Very, very twitchy. The circuit is slightly damp as well. I'll still go again, but it's going to be a banker. Go down to 3rd. Try and get a good run out of that hairpin. Move over here. Keep it in 3rd for this one. Over DRS. Come around here, you want to drop it down to 4th. I need to learn where to aim as well with that sort of fast right-hander. You can cut it, it's allowable. Right, and I didn't use up much ERS, so let's go again, because that's only 18th. Okay, so I'm somewhat going to have to go into the race almost blind on setup because I was trying to figure stuff out and couldn't. It's such a twisty circuit and I couldn't keep up with it. My hope is, I mean, are those guys sure they want to start on the wets? Okay, so Valtteri Bottas takes pole position in the Alfa Romeo alongside Kevin Magnussen in the Haas. Aren't they laughing? Then Daniel Ricciardo, Charles Leclerc, the 2 Mercedes of George Russell and Lewis Hamilton, Carlos Sainz P7, Pierre Gasly in the AlphaTauri P8, Nicholas Latifi and Mick Schumacher P10. Zhou Guanyu is 11th. Sergio Perez, our teammate, also not doing particularly well. In 12th, Fernando Alonso ahead of Alex Albon. Lando Norris all the way down in 15th as opposed to his teammate. I mean, that was the finishing order pretty much of the real Grand Prix, but reversed. Esteban Ocon is 16th. Yuki Tsunoda. Lance Stroll is ahead of us. We are driver of the day and race winner and Grand Slam winner Max Verstappen, and Sebastian Vettel is back there. We might have hope with a handful of the cars here because they've sort of, for some reason, defaulted to the wet tyre for the start, because that is the default starting tyre, but that is completely wrong. Anyway, a bit of a blind setup as well. Oh, that was a quick start as well. Slow start for some cars. Let's try and make places. We have pretty much caught up to our teammate, which is good. Here comes the McLaren of Norris. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Having to outbrake Lando. And we fall into the back of the grid. Fan Dabby Dozy. Again, the setup's slightly blind. I had to do a last minute change just to try and get a bit more rear grip. Thankfully, I think we are quicker than the other cars that have elected to start on the wet tyre. Yes, Seb was still there. I did not know he was still there. I'm not sure what Williams driver that is. It's all chopping and changing down here. You know, it's meant to be light rain. It's meant to be slightly greasy, the track. Let's see if we can catch Lando. We're gaining quite nicely. Got to remember to brake. I had to slow right down to avoid getting a penalty. That's what screwed me in Adelaide. Not Adelaide, Bathurst. So I've got to be careful about that with track limits. If I get a track limit, I have to slow down. So that running wide cost me a little bit. We are up to... Okay, grand total of 18th. We are ahead of the two Aston Martins. Not the greatest of starts then, but we gained our place. Such a tough track, and I've got the AI quite tricky, so... Slow down for 8. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Yes, because the running 5 centimeters wide was totally worth that amount of time. Yes. Okay, so I'm at the back. Again, the penalty system being very, very overly harsh. I doubt I'm going to be able to catch anyone. But I'll have to buckle in and see. I mean, I was slowest in quali. Like, one of the slowest in quali and one of the slowest in practice, so if anything, it's going to be a case of trying not to get lapped.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Okay, so that previous race was going nowhere. I was so far back, it wouldn't have been an entertaining video. So I've gone back, and I hate to say it, I've lowered the AI difficulty so I can keep up with them, which means that this is now the grid is now changed up. It's a custom thing. It's just a custom race now. So Ferrari's first and second, Sergio Perez third, Norris, Hamilton, Magnussen, Ricciardo, Bottas, Alonso, Russell, Schumacher, Ocon, Gasly, Vettel, Albon, Latifi, Stroll, Guan Yu Zhou, me, and Tsunoda. So I still put myself 19th. But the AI should be a little bit easier now. Right, let's try and have a proper, decent Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. I've still got the harsh penalties on, but there you go. Look, I'm able to get my nose stuck in now with Stroll. Again, the setup is still not as I would like. Let's jump on the inside of the Williams here. There we go. This is slightly better now, and we can have a better race. Again, I can't tell what driver that is. But we are now behind Sebastian Vettel. This is where I realised that it's actually too easy. Probably is now, isn't it? It can be more entertaining though if we have to work our way through the back of from the back of the grid. So we tuck in behind second Williams of Albon. Whoa, bit of slip and sliding. We're on the inside of Albon. He cuts across though. I'm worried I'm leaving the door open for Latifi. I think I'm okay. Right, if I can hold this speed. Whoa, but no. It's a problem, I locked up and it lost rear grip. I know I'm faster than George. It's still not George, it's Alex. I know I'm faster than him through that sequence of corners through like turn 4 and 5, but it's just a case of keeping up with him. I'm trying to trying to find that gap. Whoa! Okay, I lost the braking zone there. Currently 16th. Ahead of Vettel, Zhou, Tsunoda and Stroll. Just lost that place to Latifi. It was going alright, but this is a good difficulty now actually, because I'm sort of able to keep up with them, not really able to pass. So I've got to try and catch back up to them now. We're halfway through the Grand Prix as well. We're on lap 9 of 18. Yes, because that was an advantage that I gained. Come on, Matt, pull it together. Okay, so we're coming on to the final lap. We're still 16th. We are 16 seconds behind the Williams. Still a decent pace ahead of Vettel, but I've been sat here by myself pretty much the whole race in this sort of no man's land. Made a few mistakes which forced me to slow down. That's why I couldn't close that gap back up after the mistake that I made. Yeah, it's not been the most thrilling race, so I do apologise for that. Hopefully I can try and make it thrilling in editing. Yeah, what can I say? So tyre wear's on, so I think that's what's making the car go a bit wild at the moment. I mean, it's a really fun circuit. It's a really fun circuit. I just haven't gelled with it, I think, why I'm losing a lot of time. Like, I can't push myself really heavily with it. I definitely didn't get a proper setup for the car either. So you could definitely fine-tune the car more and fine-tune. I could fine-tune my skill for the circuit, but here we are, a very lonely 16th. So it actually jumped straight here. Meaning that all the cars behind were lapped. So Charles Leclerc won the race alongside Carlos Sainz. It was a Ferrari 1-2 instead of a Red Bull 1-2. Kevin Magnussen back on the podium, and the first ever podium for a Haas. Sergio Perez was 4th. Bottas ahead of Hamilton and Russell. Ha ha ha. Norris in 8th for the McLarens. Mick in 9th, also scoring points for Haas, and Alonso 10th. Ricciardo, Ocon, Gasly, Albon, Latifi, us ahead of Vettel, Zhou, Tsunoda, and Stroll. Yeah, bit of a crap race. Fun track. It's a very good, very well thought out track. I do like the track. I'd never actually driven it before doing this, so that was probably my downfall of it. And I could fine-tune the car a lot more. And all the cars have had like big updates actually. So I don't know how they all go against each other, because half of them are by ACFL and half of them are by SimDream Developments. So there's a mixed match of car performance. So yeah, that was the alternative Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. Hopefully the next one will be a bit more exciting, because in 2 weeks' time it is the Miami Grand Prix. And trust me, like Italy, there are lots of good racetracks in Florida. So I'm looking forward to the next Grand Prix. See you then, guys. Bye bye.